Welcome back to Ozarks Fox AM. It is a day of food, and I will never say no to that. Please welcome our new friend, Mickey Spear. She is with Price Cutter and Paris Brothers, based in Kansas City.
Yes.
And you sell the most amazing Wisconsin cheeses to Price Cutter and Country Mart. And look at the plethora of charcuterie you have brought for us today. This is amazing. Thank you so much for being here.
You're welcome. We sell international cheeses from around the world as well. Artisan cheeses, accoutrements, anything you need for your summer, fall, winter, charcuterie board, party setup. Today, we think that charcuterie is actually the modern party tray. So when you think party tray, think charcuterie. And you can go to your local grocery store.
Price Cutter and Country Mart.
And buy fruit and pre-cut celery, carrots, and integrate that into your charcuterie tray. Pull in cheese curds, some little dilly bites, pickled green beans, roasted vegetables. Pull things out of your refrigerator, grandmother, kids, anyone. You gotta make sure everyone's happy, so you have to get a little bit of the mixed tasting profile. We've got a little dip for your veggies.
You've got salty and sweet.
Salty, sweet, briny, hot, garlicky, creamy. There's a little bit of texture, so you've got your flavor profiles, your color around the board. You've got some soft cheeses that work well with condiments. Little strawberry dabbed on the brie. This is a nice chèvre, which is a goat cheese, which is spreadable. Everything bagel goes great on an everything bagel.
Lots of little
So
chips.
it's gathering season coming. So this time of the year, when you get into October, November, December, the best goodies are where you're going to find at your local.
Yeah, Price Cutter. I love it.
This is the kind of thing I would like to graze on all day long. I prefer to just do this as snack instead of like sit down for a meal. This is beautiful.
It's very similar to when you think about the Mediterranean diet. Basically, we've marketed the Mediterranean diet and created a spread and called it charcuterie.
I love it.
Now, is there a template or a plan to mixing certain flavors that you need to create the perfect charcuterie? Do you need that salty and the sweet? Is there a setup you can give our viewers just about like, okay, if you're gonna do it, at least have these 4 things?
I think you follow the tasting profile. So I think salty, sweet, creamy, the briny is kind of the balance. You always start with something soft, and then you want to do hard and medium, something spicy, something briny, something sweet.
Oh, so the
Something
brie
sharp.
is the soft?
The brie is the soft.
Okay.
Leave all of these out at room temperature. Some people will only focus with one soft, and then you'll do a harder, a medium, and a really sharp, maybe a spicy, a briny, a sweet. And that gives you can get your sweet from your brie, or you can mix it with chocolate. Now, some people will do a hot tray, a cheddar tray, and a sweet tray, where you can combine your flavor profiles but set them on separate trays as well.
I like that. And you know what? I love that you also involve something like this, like a sweet strawberry or something to go on top of the brie or to mix with the brie. I love those flavors together. Or cream cheese.
Cream cheese, you can actually do the same thing by putting cream cheese. It's nice to put it on a plate. You can even raise it up with a cup underneath it. That way, if you have a messy cream cheese with your raspberry, it's not mixing into your other charcuterie items.
To me, I like mixing the textures. I like the crunch of a cracker with the meat and then the cheese. And then I do love, by the way, East Battlefield, you have a great section of gourmet cheeses and jams. The fig jam, or the bacon roasted jam that I absolutely, by the way, I had that at my recent party. It went like that.
Or something sweet with jalapeno in it, in the jam.
It's the nice mix between savory and sweet. And I think what happens is you bounce across the board with that. You'll add some heat, you'll add a little pickle, or you'll add a little brine, which is basically savory and sweet bouncing back and forth. The pop of the crunch, whether it's popcorn, a pretzel, we have some Spanish Marconas, which are incredibly unique if you've never tried one.
I want to try one.
I actually tried one, and I was really wanting to get this one that had just fallen off.
They're so good.
These are not blanched?
No.
Okay. They look blanched.
I think they're roasted, and that's why they have the oil glisten to them. Salted and roasted. Can't beat a nut salted and roasted.
What is this cheese right here with it? It kind of looks like a purple.
So that is goat cheese. So that is a goat cheese that has been aged about 6 months, and it's actually, the wheel is soaked in wine. So they call it drunken goat.
Do it what?
Drunken goat.
A drunken goat.
So it literally has this purple rind, because they'll take it and wash rind it and then keep coating it with the wine, and then eventually you'll get that dark purple rind.
I taste it.
You can't.
I
right?
really
good.
can taste it.
There's so
Really
many
can.
things if you look for them. Price Cutter has a great selection of different things that you haven't seen before.
Yes.
Cheeses mixed with different kinds of fruits and all kinds of things like that. And I was just thinking, since this is the new thing, we were talking about these beautiful boards. That would be a great gift, even if it's a small thing to bring to somebody, one of these beautiful charcuterie boards. With a little something on it. They're nice collecting items.
They are, and any size works because as you can see, you can height and get your tiering going on, and it's just nice to have a collection because then you can pull anything out, and no matter what it is, it looks great because it's on a board.
And
right?
I also love mixing, like I have some pieces for my grandmother that I will mix platters for my grandmother with the wooden boards, different heights. I like mixing that because it's also a conversation piece. Like, I love this
is.
platter. I'm like,
Yes.
that was my grandmother's. As you're eating and
Yes.
conversing at your get-together.
Now that we grow up, my grandmother had a wooden bowl set, and I wish I knew where that was
know.
now. Oh my goodness, I love it so much.
And where are you based out of, by the way?
Kansas City.
Kansas City.
Work for Paris Brothers, which is a family-owned distiller out of Kansas City, Missouri. Italian-owned. It's been in business about 35 years. We've been doing this a long time. We do
Yes.
food service, grocery stores. And I want to add that at the local grocery store here,
Price Cutter.
Price Cutter?
Yes.
Yes.
I like saying that. That's my
Price
cue.
Cutter.
He
I
said
should
it
know.
so
Or Country
well.
Mart.
I love it. Or Country Mart.
Cutter.
Yes.
So they've just started a section there where they're doing cut and wrap. And I say that because what you'll get is you'll get some wonderful, unique cheeses that don't particularly come pre-packaged with the UPC. So go in there now and see what she's adding to that mix because you'll get some wonderful international and unique Wisconsin, other regional cheeses that you haven't seen there.
We're
Mickey,
special. We're
yes.
so excited about this. Thank you.
And as we leave, I just want to throw this out to you. Next time you're in town, I'm going to throw this out. Since you're from cheese, that makes me think of fondue. And I'd like in the fall, I want a good melty cheese for fondue. Let's bring fondue parties
bring
back.
fondue back.
Can we bring it back?
Can we do raclette and fondue?
Of course.
I don't even know what that is, but let's do it.
I believe in
Melty
her.
cheese?
Okay.
We'll do it.
Thank you so much.
Mickey.
Thank you so much for having us here.
Okay, we'll be back, guys, right after this.
I don't know
Man,
what raclette is.
I want to
Is that a
dive
game?
into this.
You look
What
it
is
up.
that? I will.
It's where they take the cheese